What's up, my brother? It's good to be with you again. It's Richard here. I'm back, and today we're going to be checking out yet another temperature control device that does nickel, titanium, and PT. I think it's platinum, okay? Advertised as a 210 watt device. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ADT210 box mod by Dolphin. Alright, to start with the ADT210 here by Dolphin, it's got a pretty unique shape to it. It's not like your ordinary, box mod where it's flat in the middle on both sides here. This one actually slants up, comes to the center here on both sides, like, the roof of a house like that. But only thing, it's a slight slant, which looks kind of unique as well. And it's got a centered 510 right there in the middle. I like that. I really like that because it balances up things and it looks really nice in the center. Okay, comes in a few different colors, like the one I have here is black. It also comes in silver, bronze, probably in gold as well. Okay, minimum resistance for this is 0.06 to 1 ohms in temperature control, and also 0.1 to 2.5 ohms in power mode. And you can actually fire this thing all the way from 5 watts right up to 210 watts, which makes it probably one of the most powerful devices. 10 watts more than all the other 200 watt devices. Alright, takes two 18650s in series mode, and the usual safety features that comes with it, reverse polarity, heat sensing, and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's dive down into the close-ups. Let's go for close-ups, have a good look at this. We'll also check out some of the settings as well. It's a very, basic, simple settings that most of us can do. Nothing too complicated. And then come back, we'll talk about it, we'll vape on it, and I'll leave you my thoughts. Catch you later. ADT210 from Dolphin, that's the box that it comes in. Please excuse the white on white. Hopefully you can still see it. Comes in a white box like that, plastic shrink wrap there. I've actually broken up the plastic shrink wrap to test the device, put it back just to show you in this video. Right now you have a picture of the device on the top, ADT210 at the sides here, black, that's my device in there, black in color, and you have the Dolphin logo here underneath. You've got a warning label, includes ADT210 USB cable and user manual, also features, specifications, and you've got a serial number here you can cross-check on their website, logo of the Dolphin, hologram here for authenticity, and also it says designed and assembled in China, the address of the manufacturer. Okay, once you've broken up the plastic shrink wrap, just pull open the cover like that, and you have the device in there in plastic. Like I said, I've just put it back to let you have a look at it. Let's take out the device, throw the plastic away, and put the device aside, which will come to it shortly. But just checking out what's underneath the padded foam box as well. You've got a user manual here. I advise you to go through the user manual if you're buying this device, because it tells you a lot about the device, shows you how to work the settings and all that, safety features and so forth, and also tells you the features. Online upgrade support, where just noted and underlined it. And basically that's the charging cable, micro USB charging cable. Let's put it aside and get to the device right now. This is your Dolphin. Got the logo laser etched onto the side here, very nice. It's one of the most unique shaped mod. As you can see, it slides down like a roof, slight degree there. Both sides as well. It fits really nicely in the hand. 510 in the middle. Your 510 pin is made out of stainless steel 304, but for some reason there's a little hole in the middle, which I have absolutely no idea what that hole is for. And it is spring loaded for sure. Nice tight spring there. And you've got a little catch cup here in case your atomizer leaks. At the bottom, don't get any vent holes, no battery vent holes on this. The only place that's going to allow any venting is these two little gaps here, the notches here, where you place your fingernail if you do have fingernail, to try and open up the cover. But unfortunately I don't have enough fingernail to open up the cover, which is really impossible. So you're gonna have to have a screwdriver around handy for you if you want to remove and change your batteries. Alright, so that's your battery sled in there. Apparently the battery sled is made from some aviation fireproofing plastic, if I'm not mistaken. That's the tug ribbon for you to tug at your batteries. And this is wired in series mode, so it's negative, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative here. Always use high drain batteries, being a high powered device. High drain batteries, 30 amps and above minimum. We're going to put some batteries inside. Get your batteries, this is negative up on top, so make sure you have your batteries there. Got high drain MXJO batteries here. Put them in like that, and after that just get the ribbon across, positive on this side, and we're going to just fit in the batteries. There you go. Okay, Arctic Dolphin at the side here, engraving. You can see the engraving on the side of the plastic. Alright, and just put it back in. That's nice. Alright, fits perfectly, no rattling, any gaps or anything like that. Alright, there's a rattle on the battery, the buttons, firing button. And that's the display screen for you, your firing button. This is the newer version of the display screen, because the older version is all blacked out, and this one, you get a brighter display. Plus, minus button, and your USB charging port there. And let's turn on the device. It's not 5 clicks, unlike others. This one, you click it and hold it, and it turns on. You have the logo appearing, ADT210. Alright, and display screen is nice, bright in blue, and by default, you put in batteries and you turn it on. It comes in temperature control mode. Okay, if your resistance on top, you have your degrees in Fahrenheit, and this smaller one here, as you hit the firing button, it starts to rise, and once it hits what matches on your setting, it'll cut it off. Alright, 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So you have your battery indicator on your left, just that, and you want to turn it to power mode. Click it 5 times, 1 2 3 4 5, and goes into wattage. So you have your volts here, your resistance, your battery level indicator, and also watts. Okay, increase and decrease, and it goes all the way up to 210 watts. There you go. And it goes all the way down to 5 watts. 5 times again, and it goes into degrees. 1 2 3 4 5 goes in temperature, and it goes all the way from 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 650 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. And if you want to have it in Celsius, it goes from 95 degrees Celsius to 345 degrees Celsius. Alright, so besides that, let's go into some controls here. If you press the firing button and also the plus button, it actually locks your device again, and it unlocks. Alright, pressing these 2 buttons together, the plus and minus button together, goes into your settings mode, and you have the first one, a little sun there. Don't know whether you can see it, but that's to adjust your brightness. Just click the fire button. 65%, let's set it lower, down to 50%, so that you can see it on the video. Alright, so once that's done, click it again, it goes back to the main screen. Lock, unlock. Alright, so unlock it again. Next, you have here screen rotation. You can rotate the screen either this side or this side. Okay, you've rotated the screen. Let's rotate it back again. Alright, screen rotation. This one, we're going to find out, it shows you the serial number of your device. Alright. Then you have a little pulse counter here, And you can also set the puffs to how many puffs you want, and then it'll cut it off once it reaches the amount of puffs that you've set to. Alright, so a little puff counter there for you. Click it back. You can also set the timing of the duration of your puff, 10 seconds, increase 11, 12, 20 seconds at the max. So I'm just going to set it to 5 seconds. Normally we take about 2 seconds drags. After that, next one, degrees, either in Fahrenheit or in Celsius. Alright, I prefer Fahrenheit. Next, going to the next one, which is HCH. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it says here in this little icon. And it allows you to choose nickel, titanium, or platinum, PT. So if you have nickel, put in nickel, titanium, PT. That's just settings there for your wires. Okay. Next you have this little envelope here, and these are your preset modes. Okay, you can actually preset it, program 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can pre-program them and preset your settings if you want to. Save this state, yes, no, no. This is like your burst mode and temperature control. This is normal, and once you click over to this, it's like a little cigarette with a lot of smoke there. So that's to indicate burst mode in temperature control, but I don't use that, so I'm going to just set it back to normal. Because once you set it to burst mode, it's supposed to give you more what I call vapor. It heats up your coil faster, but it goes into, you know, modulation kind of thing, and it goes. So I'm not going to waste my time on that, and goes take it back to normal. Okay, my standard vapes. And last but not least, this is your power mode. Click that and it says shut, and it turns off the device. Right. The body of this is made from environmental friendly alloy, and this 510 is stainless steel 304. Buttons also stainless steel 304. It's got a little bit of rattle on the button. The dimensions for this is 95 by 52 by 26, and it weighs 175 grams. And I'm going to just zoom back a little bit, and we're going to just compare it to the Smoke Mini, which looks quite similar in size, about the same in terms of height, also in terms of width as well. It's also about the same size as the X-Cube Mini. Put it against the SX Mini here, also about the same height, a little bit wider of course than the SX Mini. Single battery. This is double battery, by the way. Double battery. Let's put it against the Vapor Shop SX. Okay, close to being the same height, just a tad taller than the Vapor Shop, and a little bit slimmer in terms of width. Okay, so that's a little bit of comparison with sizes for you. Well, basically just that's it for the device. Let's get back up top side, we'll vape on it, we'll talk some more. Alright guys, welcome back to FaceTime, and we've seen the close-ups of the Arctic Dolphin ADT210 here. So, time to leave you with my thoughts, give you the pros and cons, and just before that, let me take a vape first. I've got my TFV4 in there, dual titanium coils coming up to 0.34 ohms, firing at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't have to adjust the power because on temperature control, this is automatic. It'll censor the resistance and give you the right amount of power. So let's take a vape. Cool. Hit fire and it goes. So instantaneous, no lag time here, nice. Aesthetically, this is a great, unique looking design. I mean, it's got the slant to the middle on both sides, you know, not like a flat box mods that's flat here. So pretty unique for that. Apparently, according to Arctic Dolphin, from what I know, they sent me a letter. They said that the design concept is derived actually from a blade on a knife. So if you've seen a blade on a knife, like, you know, a switchblade for example, it's thick on this side and then it slowly tapers down to the sharp end there. So apparently the concept was taken from a knife. All right, 210 watts, which probably makes it 10 extra watts more than all the rest of the 200 watts. Probably among the 200 watt devices, this is the most powerful 210 watts, but whether you'll be getting true 210 watts with two 18650s, I'm a little bit doubtful about that, because from what I know, two 18650s is not going to push up to 210 watts. You know, normally 200 watt devices, they use LiPo batteries, okay, which will allow you to push it up higher, or triple 18650s. So on that note, there's a little bit of a question mark there. Pretty straightforward and simple to use when it comes to the settings menu. Not complicated at all. As you've seen in the close-ups, you just go to whichever you want and click on it, and that's it. Okay, not too many other functions as well to complicate life and to confuse you. So it's something I like, simple, easy to use. All right. Also, really, the main highlight is I really love the centered 510, positioning of the pin, which is really nice. Makes the whole mod looks very nicely balanced up when you have the 510 in the middle there. Okay, two 18650s is great because it'll save time on using the charge cable, and then you gotta wait an hour or two before it charges up. This one, I just remove the batteries, charge it externally. Not only is it very, very fast to just replace with two new batteries, it's also safer as well. I've always recommend, when it comes to high power devices, take your batteries out and charge it externally. Okay, so for that, that would be a pro for me. So like that, two 18650s, great. Nice bright screen on the display. You see, no problem at all. Taking a look at it, the fonts are big and nice big blue screen there, and you can actually adjust, dim it, or you can brighten it if you want with the settings in there. So that's another plus point. Feels nice in the hands, ergonomically very nice. It doesn't cut into the palm of your hands. Temperature control works great. Got my what do you call, titanium here, and I like the fact that I don't have to adjust the power. It automatically gives out whatever power that it's supposed to give out according to the resistance. Nice. Okay, so the cons: no vent holes for battery venting. In case you get a battery vent, no vent holes there. But again, looking at all the edges and the little gap on the battery cover here, maybe it's enough to vent out. But I would really like to see battery vent holes. It's a lot more assuring when you see holes at the bottom here. So that's one con for me. Trying to open up the battery cover. If you don't have nails, if you're somebody who's always biting your nails, you are going to have a hard time. If not, it's impossible. You're going to need a screwdriver to pick out, the battery cover. I've got a little bit of nail here. I always cut my nails and barely making it. All right, so I don't know. The little gap here is a little bit small, tight. So in terms of that, I would call it a con for people who don't have nails. Otherwise, it's fine. All right, two 18650s in there, nice and neat. Okay, the final con that I have is setting for platinum wire in TC mode. Platinum wire. I did a search. Platinum, very interesting. But 6 inches of platinum 28 gauge platinum wire cost about $65 US just for 6 inches. Now that is very, very expensive vaping. I wouldn't call it a wire, it's precious metal. Okay, so you have nickel, you have titanium, you have platinum. A lot of people, have done away with nickel. They don't want to vape on nickel. So for those of you who's not vaping on nickel, you have a choice of titanium and your normal 10-volt wire. All right, so other than that, platinum, if you can't afford it, you're left with those two choices. I would prefer to see stainless steel, okay, the option for the wire, stainless steel in there, because it's becoming very, very common. A lot of people are using stainless steel 316 or 304. So stainless steel wire would be a great welcome sight on this device. So those are the 3 cons that I have for the Arctic Dolphin ADT210, but otherwise it is nice to hold. It powers up great. I mean, I don't use 200 watts, no way. Max I would go is 100, 120 about there, and that's very rarely, unless you do some super builds of your own. And otherwise, my 0.4, 0.6 ohms, I don't even go anywhere near 100 watts. All right. In the US, the price is funny. Some are selling very cheap, some of them are selling really high. So there's a big gap in the middle. You go to VaporTech, which I just Googled up, and I saw them selling at $56.99, Angel 6, $60 US. But apart from that, you go to other places, they range in $115 US or $120 US, somewhere around there. So it's like nearly twice the price difference. Okay, so if you do intend to buy this, just shop around, check on the internet and see who's selling it cheaper, and then go for it. Malaysia, I don't know, I haven't come across anyone selling the Arctic ADT210 yet, the Arctic Dolphin. So if you do know of any retailer in Malaysia selling this, you want to help out, just leave a comment as to where you can get one. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate that if they're looking for the Arctic Dolphin ADT210. And if I do know, I'll leave, as usual, a link in the description box for you. Alright, so price point, that's that. That's about it for the Arctic Dolphin 210 ADT210 temperature control. One more vape, we'll call it a wrap. Nice. Nice to hold, nice to vape, no problems. Thank you so much, Arctic Dolphin, for sending this my way for the purpose of this review. Until I talk to you again, guys, thank you for your support, and God bless. Bye for now.